Welcome back, everyone. World Baseball News for the week of August 15th. We have just finished the first week of the playoffs in Mexico. The first 3 games of the Czech series. The 2 teams for the final series in Germany were decided. Full schedule for the upcoming season in Australia was released. And as always, a full week of regular season action in Japan, Korea, and Taiwan. And just as we've been seeing every week lately, lots of new names added to various rosters for the next World Baseball Classic. Reigning National League MVP Bryce Harper has committed to play for Team USA in the 2023 WBC. An 11-year Major League veteran, 7-time All-Star, 2-time MVP, currently batting .318 with 15 homers and a .985 OPS. One of the best hitters out there. He joins 3-time MVP Mike Trout in the outfield. He committed a few weeks ago. One more outfielder, one more infielder, and they've got a starting lineup. As far as position players go, this is looking like the best USA baseball team ever. But no pitchers have committed yet, and that's very important. Other team roster updates. The Dominican team added 3 more big names. 25-year-old DH Rafael Devers joins the team, a Silver Slugger last year and a 2-time All-Star. He's batting .307 with 24 homers and a .941 OPS at this time. Third baseman Jose Ramirez, a 4-time All-Star and in 2020 an MVP runner-up. In 2022, a .258 batter with 22 home runs, a .906 OPS, and leading the league with 36 doubles. And their first outfielder, 23-year-old Juan Soto, the newest addition to the Padres. 2-time Silver Slugger, MVP runner-up last year. He has 22 home runs this year and is leading the league in walks with 97. Quite a team they're putting together with Machado, Alcantara, and Guerrero Jr., but still plenty of room for big names to join. Puerto Rico doesn't have so many commitments just yet, but Kansas City Royals rookie catcher MJ Melendez will join the team. 2-time All-Star outfielder Carlos Correa is another one. Both Melendez and Correa have 14 home runs this year. Another rookie, Jose Miranda, he's got a .279 average for the Minnesota Twins. He can play first or third. And of course the pitcher, Marcus Stroman, who committed a few weeks ago. And Team Israel, which now has a complete outfield. Jock Peterson is joined by Harrison Bader, who was just traded to the Yankees, and Kevin Pillar, who's seen limited action for the Dodgers. And they've got a pitcher, Dean Kramer, who's got a .369 ERA and 12 starts for the Orioles. No commitments yet for 2-time WBC champion Japan, but some positive news regarding 2 of the biggest names in Japanese baseball. Yu Darvish said last week that he has the desire to play in the WBC, something he hopes he can do. This would give him a chance to play under Samurai Japan's new manager, Hideki Kuriyama, who became manager of the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters in 2012, just when Darvish was leaving the team to join the Texas Rangers. Another ex-fighter who did play under Kuriyama is Shohei Ohtani, and everyone is wondering if he'll be playing. No word about Ohtani's desire to play yet, but in an LA Times article, the LA Angels said they are open to the idea of Ohtani playing in the WBC. Fingers crossed. Kuriyama has just wrapped up a U.S. tour where he spoke with those 2, as well as Yusei Kikuchi and Seiya Suzuki. The Australian Baseball League's 2022-23 season is still 3 months away, but we now have an official schedule, and for the first time since the 2019-2020 season, all 8 teams are included. Opening day matchups were announced last week. The Auckland Tuatara return after a 2-year absence, visiting the Brisbane Bandits. Sydney Blue Sox start their season visiting the Canberra Cavalry. Geelong Korea, also returning after a 2-year absence, will visit the defending champion Melbourne Aces. And the Perth Heat begin their season at home, welcoming the Adelaide Giants. All opening series take place from November 10th to the 14th. A 40-game schedule runs till January 22nd. To keep up on the ABL, visit the league's official website, theabl.com.au. In Japan, about 7 weeks left in the regular season, and the teams occupying the 6 postseason spots change every week. No team is dominating right now. Before we look at last week's results, here's a couple players that reached some big numbers last week. Swallows third baseman Munetaka Murakami continues to make history. Last week he hit his 40th home run of the season. At age 22, he became the youngest to hit that many. The previous record was shared by NPB home run king Sadaharu Oh in 1963 and Koji Akiyama in 1985. He also reached the 100 RBI mark for the second straight season, becoming the youngest player to ever do that, another Sadaharu Oh record brought down. Seibu Lions hitter Takeya Nakamura reached 2 major milestones in one swing. His 450th career home run puts him at number 14 on the all-time list. That was also his 1,000th run scored, the 45th player in NPB history to do it. Last week's results. Tuesday, Baystars walked it off in the 9th for a 3-2 win over the Tigers. Dragons beat the Giants 3-2. Cart blanked the Swallows 2-0. Fighters scored 3 in the bottom of the 9th for a 5-3 walk-off win over the first-placed Lions. Hawks shut out the Marines 3-0, and the Buffaloes were 5-1 winners over the Eagles. Shota Imanaga lasted all 9 innings for a complete game win. Masato Morishita threw a 5-hit, no-walk shutout to improve to 9-6. Kensuke Kondo's 3-run homer brought in all the runs in the Fighters' walk-off win. Shuta Ishikawa tossed 8 innings, no walks, and only 3 hits allowed with 9 strikeouts. Wednesday, Baystars won again 3-0 over the Tigers. Giants 2-1 over the Dragons. Carp beat the Swallows again 4-1. Fighters and Lions ended in a 2-2 tie after 12 innings. Hawks held on to beat the Marines 4-3, and the Eagles topped the Buffaloes in 10, 2-1. Haruhito Hamaguchi tossed 8 scoreless with 8 Ks to get the win for the Baystars. Shosei Togo struck out 12 batters while allowing only 1 through 8 innings. Thursday, Baystars over Tigers 4-1 for the sweep. Giants took care of the Dragons 6-1 to take the series. Carp 6-3 for the sweep. Swallows suffered their second consecutive 3-game sweep. Fighters walked it off again 3-2 in 10 innings for a 2-game sweep. Hawks 4-3 over the Marines for a sweep. And the Buffaloes beat the Eagles 6-1 for the series win. 20-year-old Hiroya Miyagi threw 8 innings while allowing only 1 to earn the win in that one. Friday, all-new series, Carp came back from a 5-2 deficit to top the Giants 6-5. Baystars beat the Swallows 4-3, 7 straight losses for the Swallows. Dragons blanked the Tigers 4-0. Lions 5-1 over the Eagles. Marines walked it off in the ninth 3-2 over the Fighters, and the Buffaloes won 6-3 over the Hawks. Yoma Nishikawa drove in 3 runs on 3 hits for the Carp. Yudai Ono went the distance for a 4-hit shutout in the Dragons' win. Lions pitcher Tatsuya Imai threw 6 2/3 scoreless, striking out 9 while allowing only 2 hits. Masataka Yoshida batted in 3 runs on 2 homers in the Buffaloes' win. Saturday, Giants over Carp 4-1. Swallows Baystars rained out. Dragons shut out the Tigers for the second day in a row 2-0. Lions over Eagles 6-4. Marines Fighters rained out. And the Hawks got a walk-off solo homer from Ukyo Shuto to get past the Buffaloes 5-4. 22-year-old Giants pitcher Daisuke Naoe threw 6 shutout innings for his first career NPB win. Dragons pitcher Shinosuke Ogasawara tossed 7 scoreless with 11 strikeouts. Sunday, Giants held on for a 3-2 win in the rubber match over the Carp. Swallows' 7-game losing streak came to an end. They were 4-1 winners over the Baystars. Dragons put up 1 in the ninth for a 5-4 win and a 3-game sweep of the Tigers. Buffaloes hammered the Hawks 10-2. Eagles came back from a 3-0 deficit to avoid a sweep and beat the Lions 4-3. And the Fighters took care of the Marines 8-3. Buffalo's first baseman Keita Nakagawa was 4 out of 5 with 3 batted in and 2 steals. Central League standings, the Swallows' one-time 13.5-game lead is down to 7. Second-place Baystars are 3 games over 500 and catching up fast. Giants have bounced back nicely since the All-Star break, which was also a COVID break for them. On Sunday, they passed the Tigers for 3rd. After going 0-6 last week, the Tigers are back down to 4th, and the Carp are only a half game behind them. The Dragons keep within a reasonable distance, 3 games behind the Carp after going 3-0 over the weekend. Pacific League standings, Lions lead shrinks to 1.5. Hawks are next in line. Look out for the Buffaloes. They are just 2.5 games out of first, 1 game out of second. Eagles remain close as well, 4 games out of first, 1.5 behind the third-place Buffaloes. Then a little distance, Marines are 3.5 behind the Eagles. Last-place Fighters are 5 behind the Marines. This week in NPB, Tuesday to Thursday, Tigers at Swallows, Giants at Baystars. Giants can take over second place with a sweep. Dragons at Carp, Eagles at Fighters, second-place Hawks at first-place Lions, and Marines at Buffaloes and Kobe. That last one is Tuesday and Wednesday only, no game on Thursday. On the weekend, Tigers at Giants, Carp at Baystars, Swallows at Dragons, Marines at Eagles, third-place Buffaloes at first-place Lions, possibly with a chance to take over the top spot for the Buffaloes, and Fighters at Hawks. In Korea, lots of rain last week, but most games went on as scheduled. Under 40 games to go in the regular season. Here's what happened last week. Tuesday was the day off and the KBO 3-game series started on Wednesday. Lions got past the Tigers 3-2 on a walk-off single in the 10th. First-place Landers were 4-2 winners over the fourth-place Wiz. Twins and Eagles were rained out. Giants got past the Heroes 4-3, and the Dinos crushed the Bears 11-0. In a span of 3 games, the Dinos outscored their opponents 35-1. Dan Straley made his big return to the Giants' rotation, throwing 5 scoreless in a no decision. Dinos DH Myung-Ki Lee batted in 3 runs on 4 hits and scored twice. Thursday, 2 games rained out, Tigers, Lions, and Twins Eagles again. Landers beat the Wiz 4-2, Giants shut out the Heroes 3-0, and the Dinos beat the Bears by a more modest score of 3-2. Yu-Sum Han homered twice in the Landers win, numbers 13 and 14 for the season. Charlie Barnes earned win number 10, tossing 7 1/3 scoreless, only 1 hit and 7 strikeouts. Friday, Lions held on to beat the Tigers 7-6. Wiz avoided a sweep with a 9-5 win over the Landers. In their first meeting of the week, Twins got past the Eagles 6-5, scoring 1 run in each of the first 6 innings. Giants over the Heroes 4-1 for a 3-game sweep, and the Bears cooled off the Dinos 7-1 to prevent a sweep. Lions third baseman Won-Suk Lee homered twice to drive in 5 runs. Hyun-Soo Kim also homered twice for the Twins, both of them solo. Giants pitcher Se-Woong Park tossed 7 scoreless, only 3 hits and 7 Ks. New series on Saturday, Twins and Dinos rained out. Tigers shut out the Giants 9-0. Landers over the Bears 8-2. Wiz took care of the Lions 8-1. And the Heroes got their first win of the week, 8-6 over the Eagles. Tigers pitcher Wee Lee-E struck out 10 batters through 7 scoreless innings and only gave up 2 hits. Anthony Alford drove in 4 runs on a 3-run homer and a sac fly. And Jung-Hoo Lee hit 2 solo homers, numbers 17 and 18 for the season. Sunday, Dinos over Twins 6-2. Giants beat the Tigers 5-1 to split the series. Landers over Bears 5-4 in 10 innings for a 2-game sweep. Wiz walked it off in the 10th, an RBI single from Woo Jun Shim for a 3-2 win and a 2-game sweep. And the Heroes outlasted the Eagles 12-8 to sweep the series. Heroes first baseman Tae-Jin Kim drove in 4 runs on a 2-run single and a 2-run triple. KBO standings, same story every week. No one's really challenging the Landers. They hold a 9.5 game lead over the second-place Twins. Heroes are 1.5 behind the Twins. Wiz are 4 behind the Heroes and carry a 3-game win streak into this week. Tigers in the last playoff spot are 5 games behind the Wiz. And the playoff race, Giants, after a couple bad weeks, are back up to 6th. Still 5 behind the Tigers, but now they've got Straley back, and they really look like they were turning things around last week. Bears are 7th, also 5 games out in the playoff race, as are the Dinos, who've been one of the KBO's hottest teams lately, going 6-3-1 in their last 10. Lions don't have much of a chance at this point. Eagles have no chance. This week in the KBO, starting this week, teams play 3 2-game series every week. Tuesday and Wednesday, Eagles at Dinos, Bears at Giants, Landers at Tigers, Lions at Twins, and 3rd place Heroes at 4th place Wiz. Thursday and Friday, Wiz at Giants, 2nd place Twins at 1st place Landers, Dinos at Tigers, Lions at Eagles, and Heroes at Bears. Saturday and Sunday, 1st place Landers at 3rd place Heroes, Eagles at Giants, Tigers at Wiz, Dinos at Lions, and Bears versus Twins. Over to Taiwan, Rakuten Monkeys entered the week with a 5-game win streak and a 3.5-game lead in the second half standings, to go along with their first half title, clearly separating themselves from the rest. The Uni Lions are one of the teams trying to catch the Monkeys, and they made a big signing last week. Reinel Rosario will join the team for the rest of the season. He led the LMB this summer in home runs and RBI, but was stuck on a team that couldn't make the playoffs. The 33-year-old Dominican outfielder slashed .372, .456, .792 with 38 home runs in 90 games. Last Tuesday, Dragons got by the Brothers 2-1. Jake Brigham threw 7 innings and surrendered only 1 to improve to 9-5. Monkeys won their 6th in a row. All 4 of those Guardian runs came in the bottom of the 9th. Dylan Covey was going for a complete game. He ended with 8 1/3, 2 runs, and 7 Ks. Wednesday, Dragons scored 2 in the bottom of the 9th for a 4-3 come-from-behind win over the Lions. 7 wins in a row for the Monkeys. They shut out the Guardians 3-0. Tsupeng Huang with 7 scoreless to improve to 9-1. Thursday, same score as the day before. Dragons over Lions 4-3. And the Brothers handed the Guardians another loss, 7-2 the final. Friday, Lions over the Dragons 7-2. Chi Wei-Hu held the Dragons to 2 runs in 7 2/3 to earn the win. Same score, Monkeys over Brothers 7-2. Ryan Bollinger was the winning pitcher, 7 innings, 2 runs. Saturday, Guardians 7-2 over the Lions. A lot of games ending in that score. Kuo Chen Fan with a 3-run homer in that one. Monkeys' 8-game win streak came to an end, taken down by the Brothers 4-2. Sunday, Monkeys had to come from behind to beat the Brothers 4-3 and take 2 out of 3 in the series. Catcher Hung Chun Yen homered and batted in 3 runs on 2 hits. And the Dragons needed 12 innings but finally got the job done, 4-3 over the Guardians. CPBL second half standings, Monkeys went 4-1 last week to stretch their lead to 5 games. Dragons are the second place team and the only other team over 500. Guardians are third, 6.5 back. Brothers are fourth, 7 back. And the Lions are still in last, 9 games out of first. Overall standings, Monkeys now lead by 11.5. At this point, it looks like they're just cruising to the Taiwan series with home field advantage. Brothers are next in line, but the Dragons are only a half game behind. Lions 3 games behind the Brothers. This week's CPBL schedule starts on Tuesday with Brothers at Dragons and Lions at Monkeys. Playoff time in Mexico. We started last week with only 12 out of the 18 LMB teams remaining, and by the end of the week, 3 of those 12 had already been sent home. Playoff action began on Tuesday, North teams only. Monterrey over Monclova 5-3. Second-seeded Dos Laredos blanked Laguna 2-0. Dos Laredos only had 1 hit for the entire game, a 2-run homer from first baseman Kenneth Vargas, the only hit they would need. And top-seeded Tijuana crushed Aguascalientes 12-1. Nick Williams hit a 3-run homer, 3 hits, and 4 batted in for the day. Wednesday, playoffs got underway in the South. Top-seeded Diablos Rojos 13-10 over Veracruz. First baseman Jotpet Amador batted in 4 runs on 3 hits, including a 3-run homer. In another high-scoring one, it was Yucatan over Puebla 12-10. First baseman Art Charles homered twice for Leones. Tabasco 6-1 over Quintana Roo. Yoen Sierra threw 6 scoreless for the win. In the North, Monclova scored 2 in the bottom of the ninth, the last one on a wild pitch to walk it off 5-4 over Monterrey to even the series. Laguna evened up their series with Dos Laredos 4-2 the final, and Tijuana went up 2-0 with a 5-2 win over Aguascalientes. Thursday, South only Rojos 12-4 over Veracruz to go up 2-0 in the series. Leadoff hitter Julian Ornelas got on base 5 times and crossed the plate every single time. Puebla got a walk-off solo home run from catcher Gabriel Gutierrez for a 7-6 win over Yucatan to even up the series, and Quintana Roo evened up their series 3-1 over Tabasco. Friday, Game 3 for the North teams. Tijuana took a commanding 3-0 series lead with a 9-1 win over Aguascalientes. Monterrey went up 2-1 in the series, beating Monclova 4-2. Third baseman Orlando Calite hit a pair of solo homers for Sultanes. And Dos Laredos got past Laguna to win the game and lead the series 2-1. Saturday, Game 4 in the North. Monterrey over Monclova 11-6 to take a 3-1 series lead. Dos Laredos also went up 3-1 by beating Laguna 9-4, and the Tijuana-Aguascalientes game didn't make it past the first inning. Toros took a quick 1-0 lead, but then the game was suspended, keeping Rieleros alive for one more day. Game 3 in the South, Rojos 8-3 over Veracruz to take a commanding 3-0 series lead. Another big game for Jotpet Amador as he hit a pair of 2-run homers. Puebla over Yucatan 7-4 to take a 2-1 lead in the series. Peter O'Brien batted in 4 runs on 4 hits. And Quintana Roo beat Tabasco 5-3 for a 2-1 series lead. Olmo Rosario hit 2 solo home runs and an RBI single. Sunday, Tijuana finished what they started on Saturday, an 11-1 blowout of Aguascalientes to sweep the series in 4 games. Dos Laredos also won big, 15-2 over Laguna to win the series 4-1, and Monterrey walked it off in the ninth for a 6-5 win to claim the series in 5. In the South, Mexico City got past Veracruz to complete a 4-game sweep. Quintana Roo over Tabasco 4-3, they went up 3-1 in the series, and Yucatan beat Puebla 1-0 to tie the series at 2. Great pitching in that one. Yucatan's starting pitcher Jake Thompson had a no-hitter through 6 and then was taken out. Puebla didn't get their first hit till the 8th. Puebla's starting pitcher Rudy Acosta gave up only 1 hit in the first 6 innings, but surrendered the game's only run in the 7th. So in the South, Rojos are in, Veracruz is out. Still waiting on the other 2 series. The North is all set. Acereros de Monclova move on as the lucky loser, that is, the best team not to win the series. They'll meet top-seeded Toros de Tijuana. Sultanes de Monterrey and Tecolotes de los Dos Laredos meet in the other one. Game 5 for the 2 remaining series is today with Tabasco at Quintana Roo and Puebla at Yucatan. Tuesday is a travel day. Game 6 and 7 on Wednesday and Thursday. Next round begins on Friday. The matchup is set for the Baseball Bundesliga Championship Series. The Bonn Capitals had punched their ticket the week before, and they were waiting on Regensburg and Paderborn to finish their series. The 2 teams entered the week with the series tied at 1 apiece. Game 3 Saturday, Regensburg took a 2-0 lead in the second and held on to it till the 8th when Paderborn scored 2 to tie it up. In the 9th, the Untouchables added 1 more to win it 3-2 and put themselves 1 win away from advancing to the final series. Game 4 early afternoon on Sunday, Regensburg fighting to stay alive, and boy did they fight. 11-1 in a 7-inning game to force Game 5. Later that day, Game 5, it was Paderborn that dominated. A 3-hit shutout, 6-0 the final. And that means we have an all-North final series. North number 1, Bonn Capitals versus North number 2, Paderborn Untouchables. Bonn dominated the North all season, going 21-1. Paderborn was responsible for that 1 loss. Game 1 is this Saturday at 2 p.m. local time. Game 2, same time on Sunday. The Czech series got underway over the weekend as Hrosy Brno is seeking its first ever title, while Draží Brno is looking for number 23. Game 1 on Friday tied 3-3 after 9. Hrosy put up 3 in the top of the 10th. Draží could only manage 1 in the bottom. Hrosy won 6-4 to take a 1-0 series lead. Game 2 on Saturday, Draží built an early lead and never let it go, 8-4 over Hrosy to tie the series at 1. Game 3 Sunday, the 22-time champions took a 2-1 series lead with a 6-1 win over Hrosy. But they're a long way from the finish line. Game 4 is not until next Sunday, with Game 5 a day later. Watch these games live on the YouTube channels of Hrosy Brno or Draží Brno, whichever one's playing at home, or go to tv.baseball.cz. They are all ready for the semifinals in the Italian League. Started with over 30 teams, then down to 8, and now down to 4. Here are the final standings of the winner's stage. San Marino wins Group A with a record of 24-9. Parma also advances at 21-9. Those two met over the weekend with San Marino winning 2 out of 3. Group B was won easily by Unipolsai Fortitudo Bologna at 26-4. BBC Grosseto is the other team to make it. They were 16-14. Bologna won 2 out of 3 from Grosseto on the weekend. For the semifinal matchups, Bologna will take on Parma, while defending champion San Marino will meet Grosseto. In the Netherlands, the next round in the new playoff format began last week. The top 2 teams from the winner's stage, Curaçao Neptunus and Amsterdam, faced off, and it was Neptunus winning it 2-1. The number 3 team from the winner's stage, HCAW, swept 2 games from DSS, who moved up from the loser's stage, and the last place team from the winner's stage, Oosterhout Twins, swept 2 from Hoofddorp Pioneers. No schedule for the next round is available at this time. And that's all for this one. Until next time, this is Baseball International. See ya.